guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com is an American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand knitting. And I created hand knitting style back in 2015, and I'm using our channel that I created in 2016 to teach you how to hand knit and promote our yarn. So today I'm using our beautiful chunky chenille yarn in orange color, and I will show you how to make a round pillow. This pattern I created back in 2016, or so almost 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. I have a few videos showing how to make a simple round pillow like that. I will put a link underneath just in case if you want to watch my previous video. But today I will show you how to turn this round pillow into something fall looking like. This is a Mickey Mouse pumpkin. Isn't it cute? So we will be making the same round pillow, only we will not be using the pillow insert that I usually use and make it, see, it looks flatter. And I will be using filling, and I will be making it a little bit taller and rounder, not just oval. And then I will add ears and stem and obviously the face. So the yarn is available at BeCozi.com, BeCozi.net. Let's get started. Let's get started, guys. So we will be using this beautiful orange color of BeCozi Chunky Chenille. So we're placing the yarn in front of us, and to avoid this unraveling, we need to burn the end of the yarn. Then it will not be unraveling. Okay, place the yarn in front of you like that, and the tail should be about 12 inches for casting off or closing the bottom. Make a loop, insert your hand inside this loop, grab this working yarn, pull it out. Hold these two strings and pull stitch out. This is your first stitch. As you can see, it's very big. Pull working yarn down and make it about 1 inch tall. We are now casting on a chain of 14 stitches. How we will do that? Insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. We just made second stitch. Press the bottom of it, insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. And that's how we will be making our cast on chain. And as I said, for a small pillow, 12 inches, you need to cast on 14 stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 3 more. 12, 13, and 14. What are we doing now? We are turning it on another side, and then we are connected it in a circle like that. Working yarn here, the tail goes inside, not this last stitch, but the previous stitch. So see the last and the previous, and we're going inside this previous stitch from inside out, like that. So we just connected our cast on chain into a circle, and now we will be knitting around. To knit around, we will be using the middle part of the stitch, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part. So insert your finger inside this middle part, grab working yarn and pull it out. We just made first stitch of the second row. And here again, we are using the middle part of the stitch, guys, not the top, not the bottom, the middle one. So insert your finger, grab working yarn and pull it out. So that's how we will be pulling out our first, technically it's the first row, because this one was a cast on chain. So we are pulling out our first row, and we're using only middle side of the stitch. And the reason we're doing it, because this way we have this beautiful chain, and that will be the bottom of the pillow that we will later connect into to make it as a head. Okay, So here we are. So it's a last stitch. Make sure do not to skip it. And this stitch you can either leave as is, or you can see that it's look like a purl stitch because there is a bump in front. So I will unravel it, and then there's a stitch here in yarn. So I will put my finger inside the stitch and then grab this yarn and pull it through. Here we are. Now we connected it nicely. It looked perfect. So the tail goes inside, out of the way, but we need it because that's where we start our row. So now we're knitting second row, guys. We are simply inserting our finger in every stitch, our fingers, grab working yarn and pull it out. And at this point, the main thing is to make them of the same size over here. When you're done with your second row, and you will know because you will reach this tail as your marker, you will know that you are done with the second row. Here we are, see? It's over here. So this is the last stitch. We're done with 2 rows. What do we do now? We are folding this yarn in 2 like that, and now we keep knitting around. First this side, and then we will flip and knit this side. And this way we will be knitting for 12 rows, guys, okay? 12. So we started with 14 stitches. See, knit here, flip, working yarn on the back, and keep knitting. Try to make stitches as close to each other as possible, because that will help you when you finish project has feeling inside. If you don't have a pillow insert like I do, then this feeling will not be sticking out. So that's what I will be doing for 12 rows, and then I will come back and I will show you what to do next. Okay guys, we're done with our 12 rows. So you can count them by stitches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rows. So now we will turn the bottom up and we will close it, okay? So this tail that we left, we will use it for closing. We will be using this outside stitches, and the working yarn, the tail in this case, will go from inside out. So outside part of the stitch, and this tail goes from inside out. And then you're just going around and then pulling it a little bit, and then we will pull it completely when we go around the whole top, actually the bottom. And this will be the bottom of the pillow. Here we are. So this is our last stitch. We can pull now and connect. And now to connect it nicely, what you need to do, you will need to insert it inside these 2 stitches that we inserted the tail already. So this will go inside. Where is this? This is the first stitch we used already, and this is the second. Where is that? Here, the second. And now pull, and here how it looks. See this beautiful flower on the bottom. The tail goes inside in the hole in the middle. Here we are. So we're going inside now, and we are attaching this tail to any stitch by going underneath, creating the loop, and then this tail goes inside the loop, pull, and this way you connected it. So now when we are done, we will use stuffing to stuff our pumpkin Mickey. Here we go. Okay, and what are we doing now? We are finishing it up. We're cutting the yarn, and I will burn the end to prevent unraveling. I always do it lately. And now we will connect it the same way we connect it before. So insert the tail inside the first stitch on the left, and then every stitch on the left from inside out. And then you, oh, I missed one, I guess, no, yeah. And then pull gently, because we still have stitches here that are not attached to anything. So keep going around, connecting the top. The stitch fell off, so make sure the stitches are not off. So now when we are done, we are inserting it inside this last stitch. And actually this is the last stitch, see? That's why I said pull it gently. So now we are connecting it completely. Pull and connect. Now, these two stitches that we already used, go underneath them. That will create this beautiful connection on the top, okay? Here we are. Our pumpkin, our pillow is ready. The tail goes inside. You can make a knot or you can just tuck it in. This yarn is very forgiving. It will just stuck where you want it to stuck. So what are we doing now? We are now making the ears, okay? So you can make them over here, but I will be making them over here because this one be the side of the pumpkin. So from the hole over here, we are counting 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3 approximately, and then we're inserting our finger, grabbing this working yarn and pulling it out. And make sure to keep a little tail because that tail will be holding the stitch. Then next stitch over here, and then pull it out. You make 2 stitches, and now 1 more stitch. That will be 3. 1, 2, 3. So this tail goes inside. We don't need it. It will be staying here. And now we will be creating 3 more stitches on this side, guys. So here 1, 2, 3, and then insert your finger, push yarn through, and this is stitch across this one. So now second one across this one, and then third one anywhere that it would be across this one. So we now have 3 and 3. So we're now knitting this first 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we are, this is purling actually. Take a stitch and push yarn through, or you can turn it on another side and make a knitting stitch. Insert your finger, grab working yarn, pull it out. So if you want to knit this way, that's fine. So we will make 3 or 4 rows, guys. It depends how tight you're knitting. 1, 2, 3. So here we are. This is our ear. And if you want ear to be a little bit bigger, we can make a 4th row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 4 rows, okay? Okay, let's see. So we now have 4 rows. We're cutting the yarn. And burn it to prevent unraveling. Now we need to put a little bit of stuffing inside. So here we are, a little bit of stuffing. And now we will close it up the same way we closed it up before. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull, connect, and then go inside this previous stitch. At least 1, I usually go inside 2 because this will connect it nicely. So here we are, our ear is ready, okay? So now you can insert this inside anywhere, it doesn't matter. And spread the ear, and here we are. So I will make another one and I will be back. Okay, our ears are ready. Now we will be making a stem, guys, over here, okay? So I'm taking our green color yarn And I showed in my previous video how to make a stem. So here we are again. So this is yarn, this is working yarn, this is tail. Place working yarn on the top, make a loop, insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. So this is your first stitch. Make it small. This case it will be really small, like that. And then insert your fingers and make another stitch like that. So now we have 2 stitches, and now we will be knitting stitch on the right, stitch on the left, stitch on the right, stitch on the left. And we will need to do it for 4 stitches. Stitch on the right, stitch on the left. So we have 1, 2, 3, and now 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on each side. Okay. So here we are. We made this stem, and what do we do now? We are now knitting the fifth one on the right side. Okay, like that. Now cut the yarn. Now we are going inside this loop, inside this stitch on the left, the 4th one. See? And then we're going inside this 5th one, like that. And now we're pulling, okay? And now we will be inserting this tail inside any stitches on the side, and this way we are kind of tilting this stem. We're making it not even, we're making it a little bit crooked. Okay, here we are. See, like that. So now when we hid the yarn inside, like that, somewhere, anywhere, and we have this beautiful stem. Now this yarn on the top, on the bottom, sorry, goes inside this stitch to connect the bottom. Okay, so now we're taking our Mickey pumpkin and we're inserting the stem inside, and we actually will take out the tail like that, that we could connect it later. Here we go. Insert it. Here you go. Now we can go through any stitches underneath and out on another side, and then we will need to connect it, this tail to the stem on this side. We just go inside any stitch. It's pretty tight here, so then pull. So here we are. Now you can just tuck it in and it's connected. Okay, so here we are. You can turn it like that. So you can use it from this side or from this side. It's up to you. So now we will be creating eyes for Mickey pumpkin. For the eyes, guys, we're taking this black yarn. We are cutting 2 pieces for the eyes, okay? And I will burn them on the end to prevent unraveling. And Mickey's eyes should be a little bit on the longer side. So how we will do it, we will insert them here, and then a little bit longer eye over here, and then we actually connect it into the knot on the end. So you can take the yarn out on any of the sides. Cannot do it because of the stuff in there. Here, stuffing attached. Okay, so what we can do, we can just simply make a knot, and then the other one to hold it nicely, and then twist it, and it goes inside like that. So this is our first, and this will be our second one over here. So the same way, guys, we're just inserting and then taking it out Put stuff in back. Making a knot. Secure it with another knot. And then turn it. Here we are. Have two eyes. Spread them that they would be the same. And now we will be making a nose. The same way, guys, we will cut the yarn and we will have it over here in the middle. So I will insert it here, take it out on another side, and then I will actually leave it inside. Then I will insert another one and take it out, because nose will consist of two parts, okay guys? Because one part is not enough for the nose. And I think we will need to go closer to the nose here. Okay, here we are. And here's our nose. Here is our nose. Spread it. And now we just need a mouth. For the mouth we need thin yarn. Here is my thin yarn. I will cut it. And what we will do, we will insert it on this side. And we will attach it with the knot. And then I will cut, and I will actually turn it inside like that. And then on this side, so leave it like that, that we would have enough, and then attach it here with the knot. Okay, now cut and turn. And now to make this stay where it is, where it should be, we will insert some black yarn here, like that, to hold this smile, okay? And then we will also make a knot. And then you can either cut it or you can just simply tuck it in. Here we are. This is our Mickey pumpkin. So yarn is available at BeCozi.net. Go get this yarn and make this cute pillow. Stay warm and be cozy.